What's going on, guys, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking up a... Let's just get straight into it. A huge thank you to Surfshark today for sponsoring this video. Never heard of Surfshark? Let me explain. So Surfshark lets you place your laptop or your phone anywhere in the world to access the internet as if you was in that country. Why is this good? Well, have you ever been on YouTube and you found a video you want to watch but it's not available in your country? Screw you. Enter Surfshark, video watchable, nice one. By placing yourself anywhere in the world, you'll have no problems accessing websites and contents that would have previously been restricted. It also adds an extra layer of security when you're online, keeping your passwords, photos and videos all safe. I know a few people that could do with that. Now obviously it's no secret that Premier League coverage is banging outside of the UK. I'm just saying, when it comes back, Surfshark. And what about now? We're all in lockdown, you're a little bit bored, you've exhausted your Netflix, enter Surfshark, suddenly we're in Canada and reviewing shows and films that we wouldn't previously have had access to. And when that day finally returns, the day that we can actually travel and go places, you can take Surfshark wherever you want, connect to the UK from abroad and access anything that you need to over here too. Now, as I say, Surfshark has sponsored this video. They're helping me out big time during this time, which is much appreciated. And they've given me a code to help you out too. Right, let me break this down for you. Sign up to Surfshark using the link in the description below, and at checkout, type in Smiv, all caps, and you will get a whopping, a huge 83% off. Oh, not only that, they'll give you an extra month's free on top. And guess what? It gets even better for you. If you don't like Surfshark, it's not for you. Cancel within the first 30 days and you get your money back in full. There's literally nothing to lose. Give it a try. I really appreciate anyone that does. But for now, we're going to crack on with this video. We're going to be ranking YouTube football teams. Now, you know me, guys. I love ranking things. We go up and down the country ranking football stadiums. So this is going to be a doddle. Most people use tier lists to rank things. I've never used tier lists. I'm going to continue to not use tier lists. We're just going to go down the on the road route. How do I rate SeDongs food and drink? No, it's not going to work. When ranking these teams, we're going to split it into 4 categories. The first 3 are very much around the videos themselves. We've got production value, then we've got the content itself, what they're putting out, and then we've got the personalities behind that. Once we've done those 3, we'll have a good idea of where each team sits. But then, last minute, we're going to throw in some ability. How good are these teams? It'll be interesting because I've always believed that you don't necessarily have to be a good football team to be a successful YouTube football team. As long as your videos are good and entertaining, you should be okay. I'm just talking from a Palmer's point of view. Some of our most successful seasons, views-wise, are actually when we weren't actually winning anything. But what I did find is when you do win something on camera, the viewers that are there with you want you to continue to win. So it sort of sets that precedent, which is quite cool because you've gained some viewers and people do actually drop off if you stop winning. So it's actually like real football. It's mad. Those fickle glory hunting fans. We're going to go alphabetical order on this, and I'm only listing teams that I've actually watched properly. I see a lot of tier list videos where people rank, like I've been ranked as a football YouTuber and I've been like placed bottom because they haven't watched me before. Like, why include me if you haven't watched me? It doesn't make sense. So I'm only including teams that I've watched before. There are others that I've seen glimpses of, and I'm going to give them shout outs at the end and maybe critique what they could improve on, possibly, but they're not going to be within this overall ranking table because I haven't watched enough, you know what I mean? But first up, according to my notes here, AFTV FC. Obviously AFTV have got a few critics behind what they do, haven't they? But when they launched this football team, I thought, oh, this is a really nice piece of content that could sort of step away from the drama of fan cams and stuff. But what did they do? Created drama. Now, we all took the piss out of hashtag back in the day because it was very scripted. No. You want scripted football? AFTV and the Blood Brothers League and everything around that, very, very scripted. So much so, it's like a reality TV show. It's definitely not for me. I'm not interested. My missus might do though. She might like that. But anyway, let's break AFTV down. For the record, by the way, this is just my opinion on the videos. It's not an opinion on the people behind it. Like, I really get on with Robbie. He's a nice guy. But the content-wise, let's have a look. First up, we've got production value. Like, I can't fault it. 5 stars. It's top quality production. They've basically got a production company in to do all of this, so it's going to be top notch, isn't it? So yeah, 5 stars for that. The content itself, 2 stars. I mean, they spend a lot of time talking, like too much time, and talking about this and that, and just play the games. You set up a league, get to know the lads a little bit. Like I say, it's very reality TV based.
Previously on Blood Brothers, all of our teams have played their first league games.
How about the personalities behind it? I mean, there's a few that pop up here and there. And because this is like a Blood Brothers league, you see a lot of the other teams intertwined in AFTV's content. DT, for example. So they're the memorable ones, but none that I like really connect with and want to go back and go, oh, I want to watch it because of this guy or this guy. So I'm going to go 2 stars on that, which gives AFTV a possible 9 stars out of 15. We'll be back in a bit to rank their ability. Continuing alphabetically, we've got Beattys, or Beattys Squad, or Mile End, or whatever they're called. I'm pretty sure it's Beattys. Beattys have been around for a while now. They've always been like 3rd or 4th string to the big names that are out there. They've never really sort of pushed through. I can't remember if they had their own channel first and then moved over to Slash Football and then got dropped and then moved back. And take nothing away from Slash as well, it was produced really nicely. I really like the stuff on there. Same thing happened to Manny's team, Elton. It was lucky that Manny actually did his own videos on his own channel. So he built up a loyalty and a fan base there as well. Then they brought in Beattys and then that suddenly stopped. It's just these channels with a lot of money that think, actually, we're going to go down a different route now. we don't need you, see you later. It's a shame really, because I guess BAITEZE sort of started again in that respect, and they might have a lot more subscribers and a lot more views now had they sort of backed it up with doing their own content at the same time. But hey ho, you live and learn. I actually remember when Palmer started popping off, someone come to me and they said, we'll give you £150 per video and we'll put it on our platform. I won't say who it was, but no, keep your content on your platform, grow your platform, become the platform. Anyway, BAITEZE, let me have a look at my notes. Production value, I think it's pretty decent. Sometimes there's a little bit of inconsistency, but more recently this season when they've partnered with New Balance, I believe, it's been very good, very crisp, great to look at. So yeah, I'm gonna give that 4 stars. As for the content itself, what they're putting out, when they're putting out their games, I think the one thing the videos lack are commentary, some sort of host to, you know, keep the viewer going. What they do have though is the gaffer mic'd up for the full 90, and then they just sort of splice out the things that he's saying. But to be honest, I don't really want to hear him the whole time. I'll tell you what would be good with BAITEZE, if they had that commentary and cut to the gaffer when, you know, key things happened. Because he's just screaming and shouting, "Referee! Oi! Referee! Referee!" And he's getting caught on his clothes and he's like,
I need you now, I need you now.
yeah, it's a little bit, content-wise, they're consistent with the games as they can be, although this season's been pretty tough for every team, to be honest. I'm gonna give the overall content a 3. Moving on, we've got the personalities behind BAITEZE. There's only like 1 or 2 lads that sort of pop out to me. I don't really remember many characters from BAITEZE. And overall, there's a sense of like arrogance. That's what I feel anyway, and that's, to me, is not attractive. It's not something that I want to go back and keep watching. They're not approachable. They're not someone that you really want to meet. I'm not going to travel up the A13 to go and watch a BAITEZE game because, quite frankly, they don't excite me. So yeah, personalities, duh. So just like AFTV, that puts BAITEZE on 9. Who do I prefer more? It's gonna be BAITEZE. Next up is DTFC.
Previously on Blood Brothers.
I represent myself. Right, here we go. DTFC. The man's named a football team after himself. So basically, this is the way the box set goes. DT messed things up at AFTV, so he moved on, created a team of his own. Then AFTV invited him and his team into the league. You just can't script these things. Actually, no, you can. You can.
I think if you were writing a script, it went absolutely perfect.
I haven't really got much to say because it just kind of merges into what AFTV are, so the scores are going to be exactly the same. Who do I prefer? AFTV, it's just not for me. This is Thirsty Work, 10 points to anyone that can guess what drink that is. All right, next up in our YouTube football team list, we've got F2FC. That's right, the F2 Freestylers created a football team for YouTube, claimed that they was the best on YouTube, and basically, yeah, I've not seen them since. It's a real shame because the platform that they've got and the relationship they've got with Adidas, I just feel that they've got something there. Might have to give Bill a call, give him a kick up the butt because like, they could fly. They really could. I've seen a lot of people talk about the most viewed YouTube football game. It's definitely not Palmer's, don't worry about that. I think it was closing in on 1 million, which was the highest one. SeDongs have definitely got over 1 million. But F2, their game against Tango Squad has got 6 million views. This is the sort of levels we're talking. Why are they not creating content? So anyway, on my notes here it says, I've got nothing left. So we're going to basically rate them on what we can see, and that is production value, top notch, 5 stars, no arguments there. The content itself, well, there's not enough content for me to sort of rate, so we're going to go not applicable. And the personalities as well, didn't get to know them enough during that one video, so nil point. So that gives them a total of 5. They go bottom, but we will be ranking them on their ability very soon. All right, next up on the list, still on F, is a team that you've probably never heard of. And that's no disrespect, by the way. They're called Five Guys, and they actually started making content at 5-a-side, hence the name Five Guys. Could really do with a Five Guys right now. Maybe a KFC. It's mad how much I've missed McDonald's as well. Real shame. But anyway, Five Guys, youngsters, proper youngsters, skillful, quick, and at Palmer's we used to dread these sort of teams, but we still beat them though. But you knew you was in for a game because they'd outdo you on fitness and obviously pace. As per, we're going to start off with production value. To be honest, it's not the best, but you don't expect it to be the best. They're youngsters. They're not going to have all the money in the world to get the best quality cameras and spend all the time editing as well. They just want to go out and play football and create content, you know. So I don't expect it to be the best. It is going to be ranked quite low at a 2. Plenty of room for improvement. Similar to BAITEZE as well in the respect that they could do with some commentary. What they do well, is actually a little intro at the start. You know the lads that are there, and because it's a small-sided game, there's not a lot to get around. You see 5 lads or 6 lads there straight away, and it's easy to sort of talk to them. So yeah, no, they're good at that bit, but the overall production value, I'd say it's quite low, but like I say, keep at it and just keep up in the levels. In terms of the content itself, it's not that varied. In fact, it's not varied at all. It's literally just the games. And I know I was moaning about the AFTV stuff, but they're doing a massive reality TV show within like a very short amount of highlights, whereas Five Guys are, you know, very focused on the games and doing little intros at the start. That's great, but what can we do to add to that? Can we get to know the boys outside? Can we do some individual videos with individual lads? Can we do who's the best at FIFA? Can we do some challenges? All sorts of things are available, and playlists are a massive thing. Just add playlists and then fill those playlists up. Treat them as like little buckets. We're gonna have a challenges playlist. All right, this week we're gonna do this. We're gonna have our, obviously, games, season 1, 2, 3, 4, bish bash bosh, fill it up. There's nothing better than coming onto a channel and you just see a really neat amount of playlists. Rather than just an uploads playlist where you have to sort of scan through, having playlists on there, which can have videos from a couple of years ago, sort of mixed in there, on your front page, there to view. It shows that you've got a varied amount and it's more attractive to a viewer. Yeah, the content itself, quite low, unfortunately, 2 again, but again, room for improvement. In terms of personalities, yeah, they seem like nice lads. As I say, at the start of games, they go around and see how everyone is and what their thoughts are, so yeah, you get a little vibe for that. Personalities, I'm gonna say, 3 stars. And of course, like the other teams, will be doing their ability at the end of the video. Next up, we've got the letter H, and that means it's time for #United. Spencer knows I don't like the name. I just think, nah, I'm not gonna go into it. Yeah, it's worked. I think it's a reason why people actually view the videos, like #United. What, who'd call a team that? Oh, actually, and this is where we're at. Production value, 5 stars, can't fault it. The team work really hard behind the scenes. Obviously, they've got their games, they do the other extra bits of content on there, and we'll come on to that in a second. And obviously, since the partnership with Adidas and Football Manager, I like that they're bringing the Football Manager vibe into their videos as well, so that's really cool. So yeah, 5 stars for that. Content itself, it's varied. They've got their esports team as well. They've just signed a women's team, so I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of content they bring out for that. Yeah, it's decent. I'm gonna say 4 stars for the content. Personalities, because of the commentary behind it and the visual as well, because you see the visuals of them at the start. Seb and Spencer are very much at the forefront of the club still because they're doing the commentary a lot. Obviously, they get guests in as well. I'll be honest, I just watch the games, but I'm not connected to any of the players in any way, shape or form. And I think that's going to dent the score slightly because normally you come back to videos for certain players, but there's none on that team that I can really think of. Maybe Jacko, but I don't think he's been playing recently. The personalities are actually behind the camera, on the mic, so fair play to Spencer and Seb and all the other guests that come on and help it. Personalities, we're going to go 3. Next up, we're talking about the boys from Norwich, definitely Ipswich, sorry. It's Kitchener FC. Now, I'm really surprised that these boys haven't kicked off and started making a proper name for themselves. Pre-season, they held SeDongs, they beat BAITEZE, and it's those sort of games where fans from those channels will go, oh, this is quite a good team. I'm going to go out and check these out, but it never really kicked on. I don't know why. They're the team that remind me most of Palmer's, you know, and they're the ones I'm probably most drawn to. I watch a lot of Kitchener stuff. They probably don't know this, but I do. But of course, I still thought that was from Norwich, didn't I? Okay, production value, it's not 5 stars, but it's definitely up there. 4 stars, similar to the BAITEZE sort of vibe. Good camera, it's clear. I think the thing that they could improve on is maybe the thumbnails. The thumbnails with the emojis, they're not great, personally, but I mean, each their own. The content itself, very much like Five Guys actually, they only really post games. They don't post much more content. It's not very varied, although the content I think of Kitchener's is better than Five Guys, which means they're going to be ranked slightly higher, at 3. Obviously, what the normal format for Sunday League football teams now is to film the warm-up, get a chat with the lads, then go into the game, and you think, okay, well, we're getting to know them on a football level, but we could do more. As I said before, let's see some more content from them, especially during this time as well. Just want to step back to the videos themselves. The commentary on it is really, really good. And do you know what it actually sounds like? It sounds like they're on pirate radio. Pick up 07525. This next one's going to be a banger. That's a red card all day. Yeah, it was pretty late, that one.
We're still in it. We're still in it.
It's been a great game so far.
Big tackle by Tev there.
Very, very intense, I can't lie.
But it kind of works. It's strange. I don't know if they've noticed it. I don't know if I'm the only one that's noticed it, but it does feel like pirate radio. Listen, I like Kitchener. Like I said before, they remind me most of Palmy. So if I'm going to go and watch another team on YouTube, probably Kitchener would be one of the first. Personality-wise, we're going 4s. Next in the alphabet, we've got P, Palmer's FC. I'm not going to rank them. I'm actually not going to rank them. But let me know in the comments below what you would do for Palmer's. Next up, we've got People's FC, a charity side, actually. I got to meet the guy behind it, Kai, at the start of pre-season. This season, this was just to really sort of stop filming and winded it down. But yeah, like I say, they come forward with a charity angle to it, which is really, really cool. And up until recently, they were just playing games against teams that they could find. And I did worry for the channel because I thought, how's it ever gonna, I don't know, how's it gonna have A, a competitive edge, and B, you know, how are people going to fall in love with this? But now they've since joined a league, which is really good for the channel. Obviously, not much football has been played this season. But yeah, plenty of improvements for People's, to be honest. The production value is fairly low. Obviously, everyone's like volunteering behind this as well. It's not got a massive sponsorship or anything behind it, which is what I would love to see. If anyone's got a bit of money, just chuck it into People's, please. And let's up the production value of it. Let's get a bit of consistency as well, because it's sometimes it's okay, other times it's terrible, if I'm being honest. The commentary sounds really bad through, I don't know what sort of mic they're using, and other times there's no commentary, and it's just a bit all over the place. So I'd like to see a little bit of consistency. So production value, we're going to go for 2 stars, I'm afraid. Onto content, there's really not that much. There is obviously lots of opportunities to do. So I mean, every team's got loads of opportunities. When you've got a group of lads you can just do so much. So many challenges, there's gaming as well. Just opportunities for your viewers to get to know your team that little bit better. And it's an opportunity to really get your teeth into that YouTube algorithm as well by uploading more. So obviously the main content is your games, but let's look at other things that we can upload during the week. Obviously, five-a-side is a nice piece of secondary content during the week. We did it with six-a-side sessions pretty early on, actually. Podcasts are very good now. You can talk about the Premier League and professional football. There's so many opportunities there. So content can be more varied than just games. So I'm going to go 2 stars on that respect. As for personalities, they've got some decent guys behind there. Obviously, Kai, good mate Raj is cool as well. The gaffer, hashtag KitCHNER as well, Mike, he's there too. So they've got some decent personalities to sort of really push this, I think. Just how do we get to see more of it, you know? So yeah, 3 stars for personalities. From the P's, we move on to the R's, and first up, we're going to talk about Rebel FC. Obviously not filming anymore, not around, but it would be silly to not have them included in this table. What were my thoughts on Rebel FC? Cal Freezy's Rebel FC. We're going to start off, of course, with production value. It was going to be high, wasn't it? They had a team behind it. I met most of them as well. Really, really good guys. They had the office all set up. They was always going to be churning out content. However, Rebel were never part of a league which was essentially giving them content every single week. And that is probably the first tip that I give to any like YouTube football team that want to get started. You have to be in a league, like a league that kind of just sets you up fixtures. Don't try and go around creating friendlies with teams that no one else has ever heard of. Because A, it gets a little bit repetitive. Friendlies here and there are fine, but B, there's just no competitive edge. Do you know what I mean? And I think that was what Rebel's problem was in the end. They just never got around to actually getting a solid thing going. I mean, they went to the Wembley Cup, but that was it. Like, had Rebel joined a local Sunday league, they would still be going as far as I'm concerned. I don't know why they didn't. But yeah, production value for me was a 4 stars. Then the content itself, not varied enough. Didn't excite me. The games didn't excite me either because of that lack of competitive edge. They did challenges every so often. It was always dark as well, always dark. But it goes without saying, they worked hard. Just joining a league would have really made things a lot better. So yeah, content for me with Rebel 2, unfortunately. In the beginning, there was quite a few personalities I liked out of Rebel, but as it moved on, they started getting in all these new players, and they just suddenly appeared as well. There was no like, I don't know, I felt like I was missing out on introductions. Maybe this was done on socials where I wasn't sort of as vigilant, but suddenly they just had these new players pop up, and yeah, it kind of got confusing for me. But yeah, personality-wise, 3. Did I just hold up 4 fingers? I think I might have. I tried to put this little finger down, but it kind of goes up. But yeah, I meant 3. There we go, 3. 3 more to go. Next up, another art is Rising Ballers. I think what Rising Ballers are doing is what F2 should be doing as well. Bringing through young talent, showcasing them, you know? In terms of production value, I don't know who's doing it. I don't know if it's one man or a band of people, but yeah, it's really good. Really impressed with that. I like it. No problems, no complaints. You've got the gaffer Maz who takes the lead in the majority of the videos as well, which is cool to see. Yeah, it's decent. I'm going to give it 4s. In terms of the content itself, looks good, sounds good, and it is varied as well. You're getting their games. You're also getting to meet all of the individual players as well. They have dedicated videos. They're shot really nicely. Yeah, man, I like it. Rising Ballers content, 4. In terms of personality, it doesn't really shine through for me. Only really, like I say, the gaffer is the most animated. And you've got to remember, footballers working their way through the ranks. They're not there being entertaining on camera as well. They're doing their thing on the pitch, which I guess is what Rising Ballers are designed to do. And when footballers do make it through the ranks to the very top, they're media trained. And even then, some of them are terrible. So I guess with Rising Ballers, we can't expect them to be really entertaining personalities. But because they're not really entertaining personalities, it's going to be a 2. But you can kind of see why it's a little bit low, you know? Right, next up, we're talking SeDongs. Popped up in my search feed quite a while ago, actually, when there was a very small channel. Playing in yellow, Big G being a bit of a snake and playing for another team on another pitch.
Film that snake.
Film him. Pays for us.
He pays for us.
Pays for us. Yeah, hey, let's go. Come, everyone.
Snake.
Behind the camera, you've got Chris. Production value is getting better and better and better. There was so much room for improvement over the seasons, and it's just, yeah, it's really coming together now. There's not much I can complain on. We're going to go with 4s. The content itself, they're always thinking of new ways to put content out. They've got their bread and butter with the games each Sunday. They've got their midweek content as well. They get to know players. They do vlogs when they go out and about. And obviously, you've got Don Straps' music side, which is filtered in every so often as well. So, yeah, the content on the channel is varied, and I click most of them, to be honest. So, yeah, 4 stars. And as for personality, they're going to get 4 stars across the board. I mean, I'd say this season, I kind of lost my way a little bit, but there's still plenty of faces I know, but they do a good job of anyone that they do sign, explain where they've come from and who they played for before and what they're doing on a Saturday. They might play at a higher level. And they really invite new players in like a family and celebrate what they do. Running jokes with certain players as well, and fans and people behind the camera. There's running things all the time, and I appreciate that. That's good to see as well. So yeah, personalities, 4. So we've got a bit of a clash at the top of the table. Hashtag or SeDongs? Who do I actually watch more of? If two videos come up, I'd probably steer towards SeDongs if I'm being honest. So they take top spot just because I watched more of them. Before we do the ability that I'm dying to get onto this, but we can't forget about Under the Radar FC. Manny's team, of course. Yeah, off the bat, production value, not the highest at 5 stars, but it's definitely up there, 4 stars for me. They've got the high cam as well, but they do a little bit of low stuff as well, mix it all up. It's good to see the amateur game from a different angle. We did it in a game against SeDongs. We scored a really good overhead kick in that game. Not going to show it though.
He's tussling with the, I don't know what number he is. There's a raindrop in the way. It's 31, I think, but it's bounced. Missed by the defender. As it falls down to Asa.
Alright, we will. But obviously, Manny started with Slash Football, doing the Eltham stuff, as I mentioned before. He's doing the Under the Radar stuff with Puma on his channel. It's working really well. Yeah, I'm going to say production value, we're looking at 4 stars. Manny's been quite smart, actually, in terms of uploading the games onto his main channel, which is a much bigger channel. But I'd be interested to see how they do and the attraction that they've got if they did it on a dedicated channel from scratch. Let me look at this second channel. Yeah, you might remember when Hashtag were going, they were uploading their sort of Chapter 1 games on Spencer's channel, but drip feeding bits and pieces through to the Hashtag channel. And I think it's really good that they've actually done that, because now that's like almost 500,000 subscribers. It's a great foundation for it to sort of grow, but I think Manny might be trying to do that. The channel itself has got just under 25,000 subscribers. Last video went up a month ago, called it Sunday League Extra. Manny. Sunday League Extra. But yeah, they put 5-side games up on there, which is pretty cool to see, but not really getting the views, do you know what I mean? So I reckon if he could transfer a lot of his stuff over to this channel and really promote it, this could be a really attractive thing. Obviously, Manny uploads his game in bits and pieces as well and whatnot. So yeah, there is more content, but it's sort of staggered everywhere, isn't it? We'll give it a 3, because initially I didn't think this channel was really being used, but they have been using it. I didn't know they was doing Sunday League Extra. In terms of personalities Under the Radar, there's quite a few boys that sort of stick out to me. I'm not going to go into it too much, but I'm going to give them 3 stars because I really want to get onto this ability. We're actually going to go through this nice and quickly as well, because I need the toilet. So let's go, start at the top again. AFTV ability. I haven't really seen them outside of their league, so I can't really rate them too high. I think they're one of the better teams in that league, but we're just going to go ability 2. BAITEZE, what we saying? I think they're better than AFTV, although I believe AFTV might have beat them, but I don't think it was the BAITEZE proper team. From what I watched, I think they was really unorganised that day, and they didn't even have their kit. I think they turned up in some Brazilian kit. But I'm going to say BAITEZE on their day would be better than AFTV, so I'm going to go ability 3. DTFC, I think they won this league, or a cup. I think I'm just going to put them on par with AFTV and DT, just a sort of a package. So scores are exactly the same. Ability 2. The F2 FC, I'm sure they're good, but I haven't seen enough of them to rank them. So we're just going to go not applicable. Oh mate, it could have been so good for F2 had they uploaded more videos, but wasn't to be. Moving on to 5 guys. Unfortunately, they're not going to like me for this. Take it as constructive criticism and take it as a way of, you know, looking to improve rather than, you know, oh, Smiv's an idiot. But ability 1, unfortunately. They are, like, you know, you can see they can play football. They are good at football. They're skillful. But I think when you stack them up against other teams in this, they would come bottom. But they haven't come bottom because F2 are most certainly bottom. Next up, we're talking Hashtag United. I'd like to see the Hashtag Semi-Pro team versus some of the, like the Rising Ballers, the SeDongs, of course. But the fact that they are semi-pro and they are doing bits, you can't argue that they are probably the best team in this mix. So it's going to be 5 stars, top the pile. But what about Kitchener? I think they're probably on par with like your Under the Radars and BAITEZE. I'm probably giving away scores now, aren't I? But yeah, I'm going to go ability 3. As for People's FC, their ability, I put them on the same bracket as 5 guys, I think. I think 5 guys and People's have actually had a couple of games together. So yeah, I do rank them on a sort of similar sort of level. So yeah, 1 star, I'm afraid, guys. The hard work isn't going unnoticed. Just keep doing what you're doing. And the link to everyone in this video is in the description below, as well as a few more shout outs, which are going to be at the end. God, I need a piss. Rebel, we never got to play Rebel, but I was talking about that sort of middle bracket. I'll put them in there. Yeah, they're going to be 3 stars. On to Rising Ballers. I think their ability is decent. It's going to be 4 stars for them. I think they are just a slight level above. Then we move on to SeDongs. We're going to put them into the 4-star bracket. Not 5 stars, I'm afraid. I think Hashtag sort of own that. But I would really like to see Hashtag versus SeDongs. I think it would be a really interesting game. A lot of the boys at that club play at a semi-pro level, so they could potentially match Hashtag. But Hashtag, of course, are proving it at a semi-pro level. SeDongs are still playing Sunday League and various players playing on a Saturday. But yeah, so 4 stars for SeDongs. 4 across the board, decent scores. Under the Radar, similar to most teams, middle bracket. That middle bracket, I think, is going to be 3 stars. And so there you go, people. That is everyone ranked on their production value, their content, their personalities, and of course, their ability. This is the table, and it's Hashtag United that take top spot. 17 points out of a possible 20. Decent score there. SeDongs in 16, just 1 behind. I put Kitchener just ahead of Rising Ballers because I would go to them probably first. Under the Radar, just behind it on 13 stars. Then you've got BAITEZE and Rebel on 12. Then you've got AFTV and DTFC on 11s. Then it's People's FC and 5 guys on 8. and finally F2. A solid 5 for their one video. There you go. Let me know in the comments below, do you agree, do you disagree? And if you're a little bit bored of seeing the same names, here's a couple of teams that you could check out and give support to. First up, you've got KLIK FC. For those that watch Palmer's or my vlogs, so you might recognise Rick, who came by for a while and helped out. First and foremost, he's a video producer, but he's using his equipment and what he knows about it to essentially produce content around a football team called KLIK. I'm hoping during his time at Palmer's he learnt a few bits, because the videos are looking quite good, to be fair. I think my only criticism from the videos is he's got his little box in the corner with him commentating. I don't really know how much that's needed. I know Manny did it for a while on his videos and he's since stopped, but yeah, I'm not too sure how much value that's adding. But yeah, go and check KLIK out. They're a pretty good team. I'd say if there was ability-wise, they'd probably sit in that 3. It'd be interesting to see them face up to some of them teams as well. Madness FC are another one. I came across them a while ago through Rebel. I didn't put them into this ranking thing because I didn't watch enough of them, but what I have watched of them, a little bit inconsistent in terms of the production side of things. And if we was ranking badges, they'd be top dog. No pun either. No, top dog. It's a decent badge. I like it. Ability-wise, very good. They could be the top end of the 3, maybe even push into the 4, to be fair. But yeah, go and check them out if you've got some time. Another one that's just come on the scene is PANDA FC. They're just throwing any name out there now, aren't they? Yeah, it's a new channel, still finding its way, but what it does have is some really good commentary. You've got Big Dave on the commentary. It's funny, it's entertaining, and it just goes to show sometimes if you've got a good host and an entertaining host, it doesn't necessarily matter what the camera quality is like and the actual footage, because it's the commentary that sort of takes you on that journey. As long as you're not shooting for a potato, then you're good, and in the videos you can see what's going on, so it's absolutely fine. What I'm trying to say is anyone can buy a good camera, anyone can learn to edit, but sometimes you can't buy a personality, and they've got a good host there, so yeah, I'll be looking out for PANDA FC, seeing how they get on. Yeah, that's it from me. Those links and everyone else in today's video is in the description below. Once again, massive thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. And I think we're done here, so I can go for a piss now. See ya.